So we have a free day today in Baghdad. About to head to the Iraqi Museum with these guys and Jeff and Craig.
And friendly Iraqi police officer.
Yes. Everybody's going to the museum today. Even early in the morning, this sun is very bright.
Oh my God, yes.
I can't even see. So finally made it to. Cool.
Thank you.
All right, finally made it to the Iraqi Museum. Only took us like 40 minutes. Would you say, Jeff?
Yeah, and doubling my blood pressure.
So 40 minutes is like 3 miles, and traffic here is absolutely crazy. We had to go through, I guess, getting patted down, and we are off to the museum now, right over here. Not sure if Jeff brought his blood pressure medicine, but he probably should have.
Definitely. I think I'm at 200 over 150 right now.
Is that good, bad,
I
or?
think the best is like 120 over 80.
I'm not at the age where I have to check my blood pressure yet, so.
I do take blood pressure medication. I take cholesterol medication. I take others.
Hussein was saying the entrance is like $25 a person, I think.
Okay.
And then Ken is all the way back there. It says, let's see, statue of Nabu, god of wisdom and knowledge in ancient Iraq, found in the Assyrian capital. Not sure if they'll let me take the camera inside, but we'll see. So they wouldn't let me take my stand, just my camera. So just hold. I'm standless today. But let's see how this goes. This is a very weird way to hold this, but they made me take my stand off, so I couldn't have my stand. So it's just the camera.
I feel like I'm looking at emasculated Austin without his stand.
Without my DJI stand. So in here they've got these really cool winged Assyrian statues, which everybody gets a picture with, and so that's what I'm on the hunt for. It's also good to note too that you can be as old as some of the artifacts here, and they will still let you in. Case in point right here. So just one observation from all the Islamic art here is that it's very intricate. I mean, even this wooden box right here, it's got writing all over it. And I can't imagine how long it would take for somebody to write or to carve all of this out. So one interesting thing to note about this museum here in Baghdad is that during the occupation and the initial invasion, this museum was looted. And so over the last 2 decades almost, they've been working to bring a lot of the artifacts back that were taken from those wanting the 5-finger discount. So, done a pretty good job, it seems, but there's still a lot I've heard that they're still missing. Definitely getting alien vibes from this jar. Jeff thinks we may have been wrong all along after seeing this.
It could be fraudulently made in about the year, my estimate is about 1990, by a ceramist that lived a few miles north of Baghdad that was searching online for something to create.
You just got a message from Karina, by the way.
Okay.
It says there are statues dating back to 911 to 626 BC. I think these are the coolest because you got all these hands and feet. So like all of these are just made of ivory. So the darker statues, they're from Nubia in Sudan. And so there's 2 of those. This almost looks Egyptian right here. Yeah, a lot of these look Egyptian. Okay, so this is one of the main attractions here, and it's one of the original glazed pieces of the Ishtar Gate, which the Germans stole and took to the Pergamon Museum. But there's 2 of these, and this is one, and this looks incredible. And so these date back to Nebuchadnezzar II's reign. And I'm just like blown away right now because this is like the coolest thing ever. And so check this out. Got a bunch of just terracotta like figurines, statues from the Mesopotamia area, southern Mesopotamia. And some of them look really cool. Some of them got some googly eyes almost. This dude right here. That dude right there's got the googly eyes. And so again, one of my favorite things in this whole museum is the Ishtar Gate, and they've got 2 more sections of it here. These are actually colored too, which is awesome because if you go to Babylon, they're not colored at all. This is incredible. Check this out. So this thing right here has the head of a snake, the body of a lion, the tail of a scorpion, and the legs of a bird. And it represented the chief Babylonian god Marduk. And we went to his son's temple yesterday in Ur, which is also where Abraham was born. And this is it right here. And so this section of the Ishtar Gate is a symbol of the god of lightning, which is Adad. Looks almost like a unicorn. Don't you think so?
Yes. It's interesting how the animals are in profile like the Egyptian time. Down face on.
This is like the first group of tourists we've seen all week. So these slabs, some of them have cuneiform writing on them that refer to the military campaigns of King, I'm going to butcher this, the Assyrian king Sennacherib, I believe it is. I want to say, I think this guy's mentioned in the Bible because I believe I've read his name in the Bible before, but I have to go back and check. Check these out. So this room has a bunch of really cool statues. These are all statues of Hercules found in the city of Hatra. This one right here kind of makes me think of Santa Claus for some reason. And maybe that head belongs there. Not sure. This is really cool. This is the first writing in Aramaic I've seen here, which was one of the languages of Jesus, and also one of the languages of the Bible. And they just get writing all on the pottery. We'll be getting here in a minute to the Assyrian statues, which is what everybody comes to this museum for because there's a really cool photo opportunity. A bunch of these tablets right here, and it looks like this is the area with, maybe not, this isn't the area. These are like some of them, but there's an area where they're bigger. But these are some of them. And here's some smaller ones right here. This is the hall everybody comes to with all of the Assyrian artwork. And as you can tell, they've got the massive statues that's like the photo op for everybody when they come to this museum. And they are right up here, which is where I'm heading to next. And you can just see all of the Assyrian stone artwork all throughout this whole hall. And we've got Jeff right here. So these carvings date back to the palace of the Assyrian king. I'm gonna butcher this, so I got in trouble for filming.
She was sitting there with the tour guide and she's touching everything. And I was like, why can't you just give her one? That's what's really bad. Do much more than that.
So we made it out alive with our cameras still.
Although I'm still fearing that our eyes are going to be cut out.
So inside, when we were in the hall where I got in trouble for videoing, there's a head of one of the Assyrian statues. And what's cool about that is a week or so ago, they found the rest of the body of the statue. And what I believe the story was is that initially the head was found, it was stolen, and because of the war and the conflicts that were going on, they covered the body up, and so it was lost forever until a couple weeks ago. And then they found the body, and so hoping they stick the two together, but I probably won't be back to Iraq to see the finished product. And if I could offer any advice to the Iraqi museum leadership, is to add a gift shop or some kind of cafe, because I am somewhat parched after walking through this hot museum because there's very limited air conditioning. This Iraqi heat is brutal. So we just finished up the Iraq Museum tour. Definitely suggest going if you're here in Iraq. Coolest things there are definitely going to be the Assyrian statues of the winged bulls and the pieces or the segments of the Ishtar Gate. Do you agree with that?
I do. I like the blue ceramics, but I thought they should have had their rose period too, with something pink. The blue was a little bit overdone.
Yeah, definitely tons of blue. One thing I did forget to mention at the museum is that they don't take American dollars, they only take Iraqi dinars, and they don't take any type of cards, so make sure you bring cash, and it's 25,000 dinars to enter.